I've just spent the last 6 months living in Canggu, and in this video I'm going to discuss why I choose to live here over anywhere else in the world. Good morning, it is 7 AM, so it's time for breakfast. I'm going to take you along to my favourite spot. It's called Rise and Shine. Morning, how are you? The tropical bowl and the iced latte with oat milk, please. So feeling suitably caffeined up to the nines now. Rise and Shine is definitely my favourite breakfast place. The mango smoothie bowls are to die for, and the coffee's pretty awesome too. Rise and Shine opens at 7 AM, but I would get there by about 8:15 if you want to guarantee yourself a seat. Next door to Rise and Shine is a place called Copenhagen, which actually is just there. Which opens at 6 AM. So if you want an early start, then that place is perfect. And Copenhagen serves Western style breakfast in a tapas style. So you get like 3, 4 or 5 items. And yeah, Copenhagen's in my top 5 places as well. So check out both of those places if you're in Canggu. The cafe culture is one of the big reasons why I love Canggu. There must be hundreds and hundreds of places that are serving high quality food at really reasonable prices. I mean, the breakfast that I just had there was 2 iced lattes, 4 poached eggs and the mango smoothie bowl, and it was around about £10. So it's 8 o'clock, breakfast's done. It's now time to quickly get changed and go and play some tennis. Now, this tennis centre is definitely one of the biggest reasons why I moved here. So I'm going to take you along and show you what it's all about. Liga tennis centre, one of my favourite places on the planet. So it's a tennis centre, but it does actually have a basketball court which is behind me, and they're currently in the process of building 3 paddle courts. So if paddle's your thing, then within the next couple of months that'll be opening as well. There's an absolutely awesome app which is perfect if you want to meet people of like-minded ability. You can just challenge them to a friendly or a ranking match. Been here 6 months and I've played 14 different nationalities, ranging from the ages of 19 to 49. So it's a really diverse crowd here, and yeah, it's a fantastic way to keep fit and meet new people. If you want to keep costs down, Liga do a membership where you can get either 60 hours or 120 hours where you pay for it up front, but you end up saving about 35% on your court fees. Good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
I don't know nobody, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me low, bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
So one of the great things about living in Canggu or Bali in general is the value of the accommodation. I stay in a guest house, and guest houses, or homestays as they're sometimes called, typically range from about 4 million IDR to 8 million IDR, which is about £250 to £500 in British money. At these guest houses, you'll typically have shared facilities like swimming pools, kitchens and lounge areas. Your bills are included within this price, so electricity, water, internet, and even your rooms are cleaned on a daily basis as well. I get my laundry done every week, and that costs about 30k, which is about £1.50. And the cost of accommodation was definitely one of the biggest factors on why I left the UK and why I left Europe. I was renting an apartment in London, which was probably a similar size to where I am now, and it was literally 6 times more expensive. It's time for a daily dip in the pool. So the climate's a massive factor for me. Being able to catch some rays every day just makes a massive difference. Don't get me wrong, it can get pretty hot and sweaty, especially in the middle of the day if you're playing sport, but give me this over wind and rain any day of the week. As I was saying before, most places have got a pool, so just being able to take a dip is just awesome. One of the great things about living here is the abundance of co-working spaces or cafes with really good internet, and there's a thriving digital nomad community here. There's lots of content creators, so it's ideal if you want to hook up with other like-minded people. For me, the time zone difference is great. I'm about 7 hours ahead of the UK, so typically my working day will be from 2 p.m. in the afternoon to 10 o'clock at night. So to park your bike, you're going to need to pay cash. So remember to bring some change with you. It's 2,000 to park the bike. And if you want to use the toilets and showers, which are just behind me in that block over there, it's 5,000. If you don't have your own surfboard, there's plenty of places along the beach to hire surfboards. As you can see, to hire a longboard for 2 hours is about 50k, and for the whole day it's 100k. As you can see as well, there's plenty of surf lessons going on. Just behind me there is a good place to have a coconut after you've finished a surf. So the wave itself is ideal for beginners or intermediates. It tends to peel nice and slowly. So when you do catch the green wave, you've got plenty of time to get up, turn, and see what's going on. Intermediate surfers, to avoid having to work your way through all the white water, there's a beach bar called The Lawn, which is about 100 metres to the right once you come into Old Man's or Batu Balong. The waves tend to not break there, so you'll have a good chance to paddle out without getting your hair too wet. So this is The Lawn, the place I was talking about. And the estuary is just there. Right, it's time to get the board. Let's go for a surf. If you're thinking of moving to Canggu, there are a few other things that merit discussion. The roads are pretty busy here. There are accidents on a regular occurrence. I witnessed one the other day. I've witnessed a couple since I've been here, and you often hear of accidents when you speak to other people. Despite that, if you are going to live here, there is really no other way to get around other than by a motorbike or scooter. You can get a taxi, but it's going to take you twice, maybe even 3 times as longer to get anywhere. I recently did a video on bike safety, which I'll link up somewhere around here. Kind of linked to the traffic is the air quality in Canggu, which isn't very good, partly caused by the amount of traffic and partly also caused by the amount of construction projects going on. One of the few things that actually work out more expensive here than they would do back at home or back in Europe, and that's the gyms. The high-end gyms with the premium facilities can work out 2 or 3 times more expensive than what the equivalent would do back home. You can, however, still get reasonably priced gyms. My gym, which doesn't have air conditioning and is a bit rough around the edges, costs 50k per session, which is about £3. Canggu on the whole though has an abundance of excellent sports and exercise facilities. There's loads of really good yoga places. There's Muay Thai, there's paddle, there's a place called Jungle Paddle, as well as the paddle which is coming at Liga that I mentioned before. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions on Canggu, leave them in the comments and I will get back to you. please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next one.